our first trailer we're going to talk about is A Quiet Place Day One.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer just came out not too long ago. And so if you haven't seen A Quiet Place is directed by John Krasinski, starring John Krasinski. And without giving any spoilers away, it's about a family trying to live their lives very quietly because they can't make any noise or a bunch of aliens will kill them.
Right.
And the first one was amazing. I personally thought the second one was pretty good too.
I liked the first one a lot. Never saw the second.
Should definitely see the second. I feel like.
Yeah. It's like it deserves the story.
I think so.
Okay.
And so this one, if you couldn't tell from the name, is kind of the first day where the aliens seem to be touching down. And as
now,
you
do you
can
think
imagine,
it's all going to take place in like actually one day?
You know, I haven't thought about that.
Because I think that would be the smart route. I think it's always really cool when you centralize a story like in one day.
I think I agree. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes sense. You know, and if 24 can make a whole TV show about one day,
right. Yeah.
I'm sure
24
they can do
episodes. I mean, come on.
I do wonder if they will do that. But we'll see.
Right.
But I mean, it looks very Cloverfield-esque in a lot of ways with you know, this day of panic and all these buildings starting to come down, or at least being aliens crashing in and everything going kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And I think it looks good, and I like the way that, you know, it showed, even through the trailer, it showed 400 some odd days, and that was with the first movie with John Krasinski, and then it moved forward, and it was only moved forward like 4 days, because that's the crazy thing about A Quiet Place Part 2 is it's only like 4 days after.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And then it brings you all back to day one, and I don't know, I'm excited about it. John,
I definitely
is John Krasinski directing? I can't remember if he
I don't
is or
know.
not.
He's not directing this one.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean that definitely like made me feel a little weird about it, because I feel like this was like, I don't even know if he ever really planned for a second one, and I know this was supposed to be like kind of from the mind of John Krasinski. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's probably signed off on this. But yeah, no, I think in general though, I do really love like how different it feels from the original movie. Like we were already with people who like understood what you had to do, and you were in a remote rural area. But now it's like
in a city.
No one knows what the hell is going on, right? It's in a city, like a densely populated city. There's multiple monsters at like the exact same time. It seems like pure chaos, and I think that's what's exciting for sure.
Yeah, it reminds me of, you know, Cloverfield. It reminds me kind of like Bird Box in a way. Have you ever seen Bird Box?
Yeah, but from what I heard is that like everyone thought Bird Box ripped off A Quiet Place.
Sure. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. But I feel like there's been a lot of movies like this. Hopefully it'll be one of the good ones of, you know, First Contact, crazy, you know, like kind of like Independence Day, you know?
Right.
Like,
no, yeah, you're right. We've gotten a ton of these movies, but I think with the lore that we already know and have, I think it's exciting to kind of explore this area of the universe.
Yeah. And hopefully the being quiet doesn't get like, because nobody's gonna know when they touch down not to be quiet. You know what I mean? So like,
we already got that in the trailer,
right?
I mean, like a guy knew when she woke up,
yes,
to not speak, right?
Which was Jaimon Hansu, who I'm very excited is in this movie.
What's he been in?
You know, the guy that stops Peter Quill when he gets the Power Stone at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then he was in Rebel Moon, which we don't want to talk about, but he was, you know, I like, I liked him, and he was in Gladiator. He's been in a lot of stuff, and I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's good.
But it'll be interesting to see how they figure out to be quiet, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope
I
it's
think it'll
good.
be a good journey.
Yeah, I think John is making a Quiet Place Part 3 though.
Is he?
I
didn't
believe
think that was
so.
confirmed. Okay.
I believe it's at least in the works. Yeah. So, but
Yeah, I mean, did I need this to turn into like a huge franchise? Not necessarily. I don't.
No.
I hope it doesn't keep like more and more keep coming like movie.
I mean, if people keep going out, it'll probably turn into like, Paranormal Activity, Conjuring style universe, or Conjuring, yeah. But it is interesting. I like this trend of comedy guys getting into really serious
dark stuff. Right?
Dark stuff. John Krasinski, Jordan Peele, Bill Hader, and I mean, I feel like it's something that's been happening for a while. I mean, it hasn't. I don't feel like it's been this prevalent. Where you have these actors, specifically more comedy leaning actors, start making projects. But like we used to have like Tom Hanks and Robin Williams, who are like comedians, and then they get these really dramatic roles. But this is like the next step in it, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it would have been like the same thing if Robin Williams ever got to like really direct. I think he would have gotten to like really serious stuff.
I can't even imagine what Robin Williams would have come up with.
Yeah,
if he ever got something to direct, or it could be terrible. Who knows?
Look, I'm not going to speak ill on the guy. I think it would have been great
because like I could say like he's an amazing comedian and a great actor, but like I would have never thought that. Like I think John Krasinski is a good actor, but I would never have thought like, oh yeah, this guy's got like A Quiet Place. Like I was like, oh wow, I was not expecting that at all.
And then on the acting end, he's just like an action star now. So,
which is so wild when you go back to just thinking about him as Jim in The Office. Yeah. It's just wild.
Right. That was his first acting role ever.
That's crazy.
It's like, come on. Yeah. So,
but I'm glad he's getting out of like the typecasting, because for a long time it was like that's just Jim from The Office.
What's wild too, though, is that he was almost Captain America. Like he put on the Captain America suit at one point in testing. Right? Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if I would have loved that. But
I'll agree. I don't know if I would have loved that either.
Yeah. But I think he's found his niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.